Hey, what's up guys? In this video I want to talk about the scripture. I grew up reading the scripture a lot. Even though I wasn't Christian, I heard about it. It's Psalm 23 from the book of Psalms. And this is Psalm 23, I have it memorized. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So the scripture, Psalm 23, depicts us as having a shepherd, and we are sheep, because in Christianity, Jesus Christ is seen as a shepherd, and we are the sheep that follow him, and he guides us to the right path. And then one of the verses states, he leadeth me to lie down in green pastures, and he restored my soul, and he lead me beside still waters. And it represents the promise that God gives us rest, and also he just purifies us, and he gives us rest in general, like when we're going through a hard time, whether it be through a long day, or different stress in life, or if it's something bad that's going on in our life, or just situations that we can't control. He gives us rest, and he takes care of us. And the lying down in green pastures represents the rest that he gives us, and also the rest that Christ wants us to have in him, and to trust in him that everything's gonna be okay. And also I want to talk about the part where it says, the rod and the staff they comfort me, and that is talking about in the past, and ancient Israel, the shepherds, they would have a rod and a staff, and I could be wrong, but I think one of either the rod or the staff, I think it's the rod that we use to if the sheep were going astray and heading somewhere that was dangerous, the shepherd would hit the sheep's legs with the rod, and temporarily break it, the sheep's legs, so that it wouldn't go down that path of where it's dangerous, or where it could be in harm. And also the staff is used to lead the sheep. And I want to talk about the rod first, because the rod is used for correction and discipline, and also to steer the sheep on the right path. So the rod symbolizes God using certain punishments, or like certain things that just to steer us on the right path if we like fall into sin or different things like that, so that we wouldn't like fall away from him. And also he does this for our own good, because like since we are followers of Christ, even if we might see it bad, like we might think that what's going on in our life is bad right now, but God has a plan for us to direct us, and the reason why he's doing this is to make us like stay close to him even when we're going through hard times. He wants us to be close to him and different things like that. And this Psalm 23 is a very popular psalm, and it talks about relying on God and not on our own strength, and also like being close to God and following him, even though we might go through ups and downs in our walk with Christ. It's important to keep our eyes with him, on him, and to not like, to always like go back to him when we sin or like do like different things that might not be according to his will. It was important to do that. And I want to go through the other verses. Another verse, verse 5 says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over." So God, like if you're struggling with attacks from your enemies or people who are against you in general, because like you carry the light of Christ, God plans to take care of that for you, and to just to like show your enemies that they cannot like harm you or mess with you, that he will be able to make peace with your enemies. And also the illustration of the cup runneth over represents the blessings, and he plans to bless you, and also to give you certain blessings, and to anoint you stay obedient to him. And then in the other verse, the last verse, it says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." It's reminding us about a promise that God has for us when we follow him, that when we follow him as believers, he promises to like make a place for us and in heaven, and that we'll be together with him in heaven once we pass from this earth. And that only good will follow us and good things will happen to us, like once we are obedient to God and like walking in his will. So I want to close this video. As I'm recording this video, is like July 15, a Wednesday. This is a pre-recorded video, and I'll release this video like later on. And I wanted to go over the Psalm 23 because it's a really good psalm, and I was introduced to it like since my childhood, and it represents like relying on God and like different things like that, and not trusting in ourselves all the time, but like having like God like lead us to the right path. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Bible study or Bible talk for this series, and I hope you're doing well.